That night she wanted me to sleep in her bed with her. So she knew that something wasn't right, and I scooted the chair over by her little bed, and we held hands all night. In the fall of 2015, about October, Abby started experiencing swelling of her joints, and we thought that she had juvenile rheumatoid arthritis. So we made an appointment to go see a specialist in Des Moines, but as we progressed through the winter, she started getting more sick, and she was experiencing bloody noses along with the swelling. We got sent to the local hospital to have lab work done up, and as the results were coming in, we got a call saying that we needed to get to Iowa City as soon as possible. In the middle of the night, Wednesday, she required 2 units of blood, and so after that happened, that day she just kind of went down, and they had to put oxygen on her.
They were doing everything they could to diagnose. By the time they got a good diagnosis on her as having Wegener's disease, the symptoms had moved as far as from the blood vessels leaking from her kidneys on up to her lungs.
Wegener's disease is the inflammation of the blood vessels. The symptoms for Wegener's disease, she had every single symptom when I looked it up. The bloody nose, the weight loss, the petechiae, and the pink eyes. Her swelling of her joints is also a symptom of Wegener's. In the morning, the nurses saw that she was coughing up blood. Her damage was to her kidneys because you have the most small blood vessels in your kidneys, but then it had moved and she was bleeding into her lungs. So we went into the pediatric ICU unit. When Abby was going downhill, I needed to share with Dr. Brophy that Abby hadn't been baptized, and that was a real concern for me. And he sat with me and talked to me, and he finally said, "You know what? Abby's going to be baptized in your family pond. She is not going to need to be baptized here. You will be having her baptism next summer." And we did. But that was such a reassurance when Dr. Brophy let me know, we're going to get through this. I was just glad we were here in Iowa City. At first I didn't want to come the distance and be that far away from home, but as each thing started happening with Abby, I was so thankful that she was here.
There's a personal level here that you don't see at a lot of other hospitals. There's a love and a compassion at this hospital that I've never seen before.
Abby is having a low-dose chemo to keep her Wegener's disease at bay.
This is a disease that she has to work with for the rest of her life.
On a daily basis, she has to watch her sodium intake. She told me that last weekend we were here that it was pretty much like being on vacation except for with shots. So she has always had a good outlook on life, no matter what the situation is that presents itself to her, and she just keeps going. To Abby's care team, I would just like to thank you from the bottom of our hearts. You saved Abby's life, and we're forever grateful for that.